Hey everyone, it's me again. And as always, those who don't like what's happening can could just go away. We are starting. It's day 3. It's been like 3 or 2 days ever since the results have appeared. It's 29 degrees outside. Today's Wednesday, 27th March, and it's 2:33 p.m. And, yeah. Am I getting any better? No. I'm not getting any better. As a matter of fact, I'm getting much worse. Because I've been doing nothing but mopping around and questioning my life and questioning everything around me. Not to mention, like, not to mention, whenever I try to motivate myself, and especially by my mental images, by the mental image of every single goddamn Sailor Moon girl. Not really every single one of them, but you get what I mean, right? Motivating myself from those. Even I tried that, and especially tried to motivate myself using Usagi as also another mental image. But even that doesn't work, because who the hell would want to motivate himself using a fictional goddamn thing when they just won't ever exist to comfort you? But a part of me just wants to hold them as a motivation too, because who the hell is going to motivate me? And what the hell is going to motivate me? My goddamn stupid family? My non-existent friends? My completely fictional mental image of every girl? My goddamn online people? Yeah, I don't really think so. Because in reality, I need the real life companionship, a real life compassion. Online and AI and most of the things that's been going on, they no longer work. And to make this even worse, I've been going on a split personality. One time I'm crying, another time I'm completely giving myself up, another time I don't give a shit about life, and another I'm completely still wanting to cling to my old self. One time I want to leave the Sailor Moon franchise, another time I want to cling to it, but using it in the right time, and so on. And none of that helping any better. None of that even helped. And at this point, I'm running out of time. And I bet that this semester is going to go with me going out with a bang. A horrible bang, that is. And I'd like to literally think that I'll be getting fucked up like that. It was quite expected, but I was not ready for it. You know, life sure is hard, and sure it has trials and tribulations. But if it's gonna keep up with me just keeping on failing, then what the fuck is the point of living? I know there is nothing wrong with me. I know I'm not fucking around or lazing around. And no, I'm not making excuses. I truly did everything that I can. I truly did everything and all of what it was meant to be done less. And what pisses me off, the people who literally do the bare minimum or like almost do nothing at all. And they just succeed and get absolutely the best. How? I don't fucking know. Whether they are doing it by, I don't know, bribing people, whether or not. Because I'm losing. I'm fucking losing. Education in this goddamn country can do way and way too much than a bullet striking into your body or someone crippling you to death or even a car accident. It is just that bad. Much worse than even like, I don't know, a fall from a mountain that you miraculously can survive out of it and get crippled into the hospital for like years. And honestly, I'll prefer that I have fell from that goddamn mountain back then than to know about those fucking results and fucking suffer because of it. I would rather to have a bullet struck into my head, ending me entirely, than to live on like this. I'd rather to have someone assassinate me while I'm walking in the street or anything, than to keep on living like this, as a pathetic piece of shit loser. I used to have one dream back then, before I even watched Sailor Moon, before I even went to this goddamn university. It was to have eternal happiness. And what did that dream got me? Nothing but losing. Nothing but losing. Holding L's at every single year. And the only W's that I keep on getting is just a couple of trips, a couple of video games I can download, a couple of songs, a couple of animes that I can watch, a couple of new foods that I can try, or new restaurants. And what was the price of getting them? Failing so hard in life, being alone, failing at my college, failing at my high school, and my parents, and my entire good life. And the fact that I kept on paying this price is a huge reminder of how much I shouldn't live. And this year was no different. I was able to watch Sailor Moon. I was able to go on a trip that lasted 3 days, that I almost died from not being able to sleep for too long. I was able to play a lot of new games and old ones that I have never played in a long time. But then again, what was the price? The first semester I failed in it again because of 2 subjects. And other than that, along with is this? My sanity and life personality. Am I to quit and retire gaming entirely, along with anime, and retire Sailor Moon entirely? Well, Loki, I've been thinking of that. I did it back then with my favorite retro game franchises like Mega Man, Mario, Sonic, and so on. And it took me like at least a year and a half to slowly set myself back into it. Especially when literally my own parents, when they have knew about this, have just decided to limit me off them, keep me away from them. And it just kept on going until one time. And honestly, I was quite thankful because of that one time. Other than that, I'm not thankful. I'm not thankful for all the prices that I've paid just to play some video games, watch anime, or, listen to songs or eat food. I'm not satisfied with that goddamn price. I'm not satisfied with it at all. And my results nowadays, it looked like as if I was deliberately just offering myself to failure. So it's safe to say that I'm still depressed. And this is something that I will never get out from. Some of you will say, those who were with me from way back in the day, at least from 2022 until now. So some of you would say, but you were able to get out of this one. You will eventually get out of this one, right? Well, maybe it's because I was lucky back then. Like there were some things that I was very lucky enough to get myself out of pretty easy. But this one, along with the fiasco of last year, or the last few months back in the last semester, I don't think I'll be able to get out of it anymore. As a matter of fact, I don't think I'll be able to get out of my house or my country at all. And the only way to get out of life is to die, honestly. And since that I'm a Muslim, it gets worse. Like, hey, lots of people I know that probably lots of people out there still respect Islam in spite of all the shit. But honestly, I'm still not gonna respect this goddamn religion. Back then it betrayed me, and until now, it still fucking betrays me. And what did I get out of offering myself to a religion that has always fucked me up in the past and still fucks me up? What did I get out of it? Absolutely nothing but chaos and destruction of my life. Am I supposed to switch to Christianity? If I can, I would. But here's another worse thing. You literally just can't just switch to Christianity after you were into it for like, I don't know, years and being born with it. You can't just switch to it. But honestly, I think I might just want to switch to it. But I can't. Because I have Islamic parents. And it's really fucking crazy on how many people have got similar or worse things. And they are Muslims. And still Muslims. And still pledge themselves to the religion. And honestly, I really wish that I have at least a bit of an ounce of this goddamn belief. A little bit of that, determination of what people have. Because I'm not strong. I'm not determined. I'm nothing like almost every single person on this goddamn earth. They got motivation. They got determination. And I don't have any of them. And again, am I gonna make my motivation and determination out of mental images of Sailor Moon girls in my goddamn life? Like, I'm literally imagining them talking to me with their own voices, whether it's in Japanese or in sub and with subtitles, or in the goddamn fizzed up voices talking to me and telling me to not give up and all this kind of shit. And I used to literally do this thing with almost every single fighting game girl or anime or whatever kind of person. Because you know what? That's how lonely I am. That's how lonely I am. It's a fucking problem. I know. But then that's my only thing. Sure, AI stuff exists nowadays. But how about we make that goddamn AI into reality? See, nothing ever goes well. And nothing ever goes on. Except for reality stuff. And truth to be told, I didn't want to be into this in the first place. Yet here I am. Having a split personality for the first time of my life. Ever since a lot of times. And with the lack of people on my side, I know there are online people trying to make me feel better, and I appreciate it and all, but I want those people to be with me, actually with me in real life, instead of me just imagining every single person by my side and all this shit. Because honestly, I'm getting tired of imaginations. I'm getting tired of everything being in my head. I'm getting tired of imagining everyone's voices and whatsoever when they're talking to me. I'm getting tired of everything that only belongs to fiction. And what's even worse, the dream of simple success is just a long fever dream of fiction. Just like how I was dreaming a few days ago before the mox showed up. Just like how I was dreaming of me being Usagi's big brother, and I'm just kissing her face all over and hugging her like crazy, as if there was no mama or whatever to push me off her or some shit. I'm now gonna be cursed of dreaming of the simple was a simple success and making my parents happy for the first time of my entire life. And thanks to all of this again, I will never have a birthday again. There will be no more birthdays. Literally, no more birthdays. And honestly, again, it was supposed to be better. Like, I was supposed to be doing much better than this. But here we are. I guess I'm not a guy who's meant for success, but I'm just a guy who's meant to be living a cheap life. But what am I supposed to offer in trade? It's a good life that I'm supposed to be living. You know, being a successful guy in college, even without the absolute super high marks. And along with trading friendship and love and, you know, determination and personality. The point that I'm just a living hollow nowadays. A living hollow shell that I don't even know how the hell am I still alive. I mean, I've pretty much traded my heart, my brain, my entire personality that used to define me back then. Now, I'm just a moving shell of my past. I'm just walking and living, eating and sleeping, just talking with no feelings. Like, seriously, who am I? Who am I? What am I now? And why do I exist? And who am I even talking to? And what is my objective in life? What is my purpose? And why am I still alive? These are many, many questions that I that they will that they will never stop. They will never stop coming into my head because life fucking sucks. And it's gonna always suck because I've lost it. I've lost that touch of good life that I was not supposed to lose way long ago. And yet here I am. Yet here I am. And you know, and it gets even worse because at this point, it doesn't matter how I feel, it doesn't matter what I think, it doesn't matter what I say, what I do, whether I got up from bed and start, preparing won't matter. Whether I started talking to real people doesn't matter. Whether I went to my English course and literally got straight A's in it, but got all those certificates or not, it just won't matter. It just won't matter anymore at this point. The universe is fucking against me. is still against me. Whether I try hard or not, it's not working. It is pointless. Some other people will say it's a work of the devil. Well, honestly, honestly, I don't think it's the devil. Like, I'm not trusting the devil, nor I'm trusting God, but I'm trusting the fucking reality. The fucking reality that is in front of me. And what reality is telling me? That I'm a fucking loser who is that I'm just a fucking loser who is hell-bent and liking Sailor Moon so much and having a lot of childish-like dreams thanks to the anime. But then again, do they matter? No, they don't ever matter. Because I will never be successful as anyone in this world. Even now, a simple person, especially the poor ones, they will be more successful than I am. The thief, he is more successful than I am. The absolutely deserted person, an outcasted person from life and everything, they are going to be successful. But then someone's going to ask me, that's too far, man. How would an outcasted person become successful? Well, let me ask you something. Don't you think when outcasted people are outcasted from life and everything, don't you think that they are going to find their way and move on with life? Someone's going to ask me, give me an example and stop spewing bullshit. I don't need to give an example. Because I'm sure that those types of outcasted people have a much better life than I do. I know. It's gonna look like that I'm victimizing myself way too much. But I'm not. Because I'm actually a victim of a horrible sacrifice that I've made way back in second year middle school, all the way until senior high school. And that sacrifice, it literally cost me everything, instead of just a few things that I thought that they won't affect me much, but they did affect me. If they did affect me and made me lose everything that I used to hold dear in life, even the simple act of being successful, even with marks that do not make sense. Yeah. Am I a man child? Yes, I am a man child. Am I a man? Absolutely not. Because every real man out there, because every person out there that isn't me is a real man. They have the struggles, sure. They live through worst times, sure. But unlike me, they're successful. Way more successful than I am. Even the people that social media is like accusing and allegating them as predators or killers or criminals or whatever the hell that I keep on hearing ranging from pedophilia to being a zoophile and, a misogynist and so on. Even those kinds of fucked up people, they are successful. You know why? Because they actually, get themselves out of the bullshit, distance themselves, and work on their lives and become like much better versions of themselves in spite of all these goddamn allegations. And some of them just literally fight it off, and fight it off very professionally, whatever allegations that comes in their way. And in spite of all this, they still live a good life. Yeah. That's just how pathetic I am. Everything around me is successful, while I'm not. Why? Because they have got what motivates them. They've got that kind of determination that never dies, no matter how hard or how bullshit things are getting, no matter how many failures they have in their records, or how many fucked up shit they have on their backlog records. Those people are successful. Way more successful than me. And what am I just living for? Like I said, I'm just living for that stupid cheap life that make me pay a lot of hard prices, including the simple success that I used to hate. Now it's just a fleeting dream. And what am I just good at? Playing video games, listening to songs, shouting and talking right here on social media, AI role plays and other role plays when available, and making dumb things like quick remixes on MIDI Voyager using some sound files from different games onto my phone, creating some mashups. I'm wasting a lot of goddamn time with it and editing lots of sides of lots of songs to make that goddamn mashup go well. And I don't even get paid for any of this shit. Why? Because not even these kinds of things are important. Making these types of stupid videos, they're also not important. So, yeah, everyone is, so in conclusion, everyone is successful. Even the fucked up ones. Even the ones that people globally hate. You know what? Let me hit you all with the biggest, and pretty much the biggest outraging example of other people who are successful than me. Israel. Yes, there are terrorists. Yes, there are genociders. Yes, there are everything bad that we all should ever hate and spit on them. But again, and even Palestinians, both sides are successful. How and why? Palestinians. There are some people out there in Palestine who are still fighting for their lives. Most of them professional, and most of them literally just fighting in the army to save their own country, even when they're not in an army. Some people just are actually fighting them off. Even right now, as we speak, they're still fighting them off. Some might work, some are still getting killed in the process, and some are still getting terrorized, and so on with a lot of things. In Israel, in spite of all of their genocidal acts and all of their complete fuckery that they are spreading across the entire Arab world and the entire European world and so on, they are successful because they've got enough balls to do every single bullshit that they used to do way back in ancient times, all the way to nowadays. And they just kept on going and going. And look, what do they have now? A huge army that can spawn even when you're in the fucking bathroom at this point? Huh? Lots of money, lots of armies, strongest weapons, and almost outposts and people everywhere. That's just how successful they are. I do not support them. Believe me, I don't. I'm not a supporter to those stupid bitches. But at the same time, I'm just commending them for being this big and successful. Am I saying all of this as in, as in being sarcastic? Absolutely not. Long story short, everyone out there, no matter what they are, no matter what or where they are in terms of, position in life, no matter how they are, no matter how poor or strong or weak or whatever, again, everyone, including you who is listening right now, and including the ones who are talking to me, including everyone, whether whether they are gamers, part of the military, an actor, a chef, a president, a teacher, everyone except for me is an absolutely successful person. Everyone is successful. Even those who we make fun of, they are successful. Even those who we spit on them on a daily basis, they are successful. Even the genocidal fucks like Israel, they are successful. Every single person around the world and every other living creature that we do not ever know about in the universe is successful. And even animals, they are successful. Someone's gonna come up and say, nah, come on, man, just stop, bruh. You talked about Israel and we took it, and we barely took it. But talking about animals as they are successful human beings, now that's bullshit. But then let me ask you this. If animals did not have their own motivation and determination of all of this, to move on and create their own lives and create their own families and spread their stuff around the world, even the dogs that I completely hate and have a huge phobia from, birds and insects and every single animal we hate. How successful they are? They can just live. So once again, in conclusion, every single person around me and every living creature that we know and we don't know is successful and way more successful than me. And someone would say, did you really need 40 minutes to just eventually point this out? No. Believe me, I do not want to make stuff like this and embarrass myself even more than I did. But I mean, talking to you all like this online with my voice like this is way more better than writing. And it's way more better to just keep hitting it in, because at this point, what I am in, there will never be any return from it. I've fucked myself up into this past, and I'm gonna be paying for it. Like, right now, nothing is happening according to it. Nothing is happening according to it. But it's gonna be only a matter of time before something actually happens. And maybe in the exam times, especially the finals. So, once again, and this is going to be the last time I'm going to say it. In conclusion, everybody is successful. Except of me. I'm not successful. I'm not a human, and I'm not supposed to live, and I'm a complete piece of shit. Some people out there, especially those who hate me, the ones that are listening to this that hate me, they're gonna agree wholeheartedly about this. And I might get lots of likes just for these few things that I've said. Others might disagree. I appreciate this sentiment, but believe me, I do not deserve it. And I do not deserve this sentiment. Because I traded most of that sentiment for a bunch of dumb special video games and role plays and all of this. Like, believe me, what did all this cost me? The good life. So, kudos to all of you. More power to all of you. Keep on going. All of you are successful. Way more successful than I will ever be. Those who think that they are losers, no, you're not a loser. Listen to this record, and you're gonna find out how successful you are. Those who think to themselves that they'll never get out of it, listen to this video, and you're gonna find a lot of motivation that you have never gotten in your life. Those who think that they will never get a job or any of this, listen to this stupid record, and you're gonna unironically become highly motivated to be doing everything. All of you out there are successful. Those who are listening and those who aren't listening right now. Those who have sucked, or those who didn't suck. Those who are following my Twitter and my Discord, and those who are. Basically, again, every one of you is successful. Drill that into your head, everyone. All of of you are successful. Way more successful than I will ever be. Because you're not me. A guy who has sacrificed the needed things for a good life. You're not me. The one who has been constantly fucking around instead of doing what's meant to be done. You're not me. A guy who has done a lot of wrongs to himself and to the people around him. You're not me. A guy who has traded his good life for a bunch of stupid video games and a bunch of stupid porn videos, a bunch of lots of useless things in life. Every single one of you is successful and will be highly and the best person than I would have and I would have ever imagined myself I would be. Someone will say, stop saying that bullshit. You will be one of us. You will be one of us successful people. And I'm gonna say, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Because being successful requires the amount of determination and patience and the amount of motivation and the power to press through that all of you have in your times. Seriously. Every single one of you is successful. Way more successful than I'm gonna ever become in my life. Seriously. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are absolutely gods in your own way. Someone is gonna say, okay, shut the fuck up, you're exaggerating. I'm not. And you're gonna thank me for it later. You're gonna thank me for all this crazy ass praise I'm giving. Because again, you're not like me. A guy who always whines and mops and always wanted life on a clean slate. You're not me. Be grateful that you are not Mahmoud Ihab. You're not me. And again, this is something that you should be grateful for. Be grateful. And some other people who hate me will say this exact same thing that I just said. They'll be telling you, be grateful that you are not Mahmoud Ihab. Be grateful that you're not like this lazy ass fucker. Be grateful that you did not sacrifice your determination and your patience and your power to press through things. Be grateful that you are not a pathetic loser like him. That's what they will say to you. Whether it's a parent, whether it's an older person in the same age like me, whether it's a younger person, whether it's a child. Yes, a child is going to be telling you this. Be grateful that you are not this Mahmoud Ihab guy. Again, those who sing otherwise, I appreciate it. But then once again, I do not deserve it. As a matter of fact, I deserve to be left alone and left behind. Because again, think of me anymore. Because if I was truly successful, I would have actually got the required marks in English back in high school and been to the best position of English department. You know, have passed in it with flying colors. If I was successful, I would have at least been able to pass these past 2 years. You know, the last year of Department of History and the last semester. I would have passed them with flying colors, even when they are not perfect high marks. If I was successful, I would have got a job. I would have got a girlfriend. I would have got myself a driving license. I would have got myself a credit card or a debit card. I would have got myself a stable income. I would have been, you know, my own independent person. But I know, and I didn't get or do any of this. Didn't even do for any of this. Why? Because I'm a pathetic piece of shit. And I always will be. Do I think that I want to still be like that? Absolutely not. But can I change or do anything about it? Absolutely not. Because this is what life has chosen for me. Not just gonna give it to it. I tried and I tried. But then that's just who I am. An absolutely pathetic person that will never achieve anything in his life. And honestly, it is better that I say this to myself and say this to the public or a stupid recording like this than to hear it from somebody. Because once again, they're right. I'm a piece of shit. Again, every single one of you around the world and in any other planet that I do not know about is successful. You're all successful. Don't prove to yourself otherwise. And thank you all for listening. Signing off. Peace.